had trouble understanding government? Well, here's a little thing about federalism.
Federalism refers to the portioning of power between the federal government and the states. So here's scooping it up with federalism. Alright, so the United States is not a centralized government, meaning the power is divided between the national government and the state government. So here's just an easy example. Here we have the superintendent, Dr. Simpson, who will represent the national government, and Ms. Bridges, who will represent the state government. Dr. Simpson makes rules that apply to all of GPISD, but Ms. Bridges can only make rules that apply to only SGP. So now just replace Dr. Simpson for national government and Ms. Bridges for state government. National government makes laws to all of the United States, but the state power can only make laws to that state. If a state and a national law conflict with one another, they go to the state Supreme Court first, and then the U.S. Supreme Court. Alright, well there goes federalism. This is Linda, signing off with the WBC.
The Tye Dye Milk experiment. Some may have heard of it, most probably haven't. In this experiment, you're going to need a shallow bowl. You're going to need to fill that bowl about halfway up with milk. After that, you need to pour different types of food coloring in it. Any colors will do. I poured multiple in mine. After that, you need to pour just a few drops of dishwashing soap in it. But then, well then, things are supposed to get real psychedelic. When you add a soap dropper to the milk, the soap changes a property of the milk called surface tension. When that surface tension breaks, the food coloring spreads throughout the milk, making a swirly pattern of many colors. And now that you know this, you can go home and try this for yourself. This is Payton, signing off.
So I heard a rumor around school that masks can neither be created nor destroyed. I'm Roby McNeill, and here's an experiment on how to find out if it's true or not. Okay, here's what you're gonna need. A scale, a flask with some water, a balloon, and some Alka-Seltzer. Put the Alka-Seltzer in the balloon and crush it up. Make sure the pieces are very small and will be able to fit through the top of the flask. Next, we're going to weigh the flask and water together. It weighs about 142 grams. Now we are going to weigh the balloon and Alka-Seltzer. It weighs about 5.18 grams. The total weight together with the flask, water, Alka-Seltzer, and balloon is about 147.19 grams. Put the balloon on the flask and dump it into the water. As you can see, the reaction is giving off a gas which is being caught by the balloon. Even though the substance is changing from a solid to a gas, it still should weigh about the same. 147.19 grams. So the experiment proved that masks can neither be created nor destroyed. This is Roby McNeill, signing off for the WBC.
Vision, the daily phenomenon that most of us take for granted. From the moment you wake up, your eyes act like a video camera. Everything you see is sent to your brain for storage, much like film. There are many theories about how we transfer light to see the world around us. But let's start with the basics. Vision is one's ocular interpretation of the world, and every person has a unique point of view. Everything you see around you is just reflecting light. Light comes from the sun, hits an object, and reflects that light into the eye. Light enters through the cornea, and the amount of light entering the eye is adjusted by the iris. It is then focused by the lens and transferred to the retina, full of light-intercepting cells called rods and cones. This information is relayed through the optic nerve to the occipital lobe in the brain. To find out more information on the theories of vision, I asked SGP's psychology teacher, Mr. Villarreal. What exactly is vision?
Vision is the interpretation of light stimulation through the eye. Basically, the eye doesn't see anything. It's part of the brain that processes all that information.
How do we see color?
There's two theories, the opponent process theory and the Young-Helmholtz theory.
How is light sent to the brain?
Through the optic nerve. It's basically a big sort of rope spun out of neurons that come from the back of the eye and go straight to the back of the brain.
What causes blindness?
Several things. It could have damage to the eye, damage to the brain, damage to any number of things.
Now let's find out some common misconceptions about vision. Will sitting too close to your television harm your eyes? There's no evidence to prove sitting too close to the television will harm your eyes. If so, this guy would have been blind a long time ago. Will eating carrots improve your vision? Carrots are a good source of vitamin A, important for a good diet, but not for vision. Can reading in dim light damage your eyes? Reading in dim light causes your eye muscles to strain, which may cause discomfort, but will not result in lack of vision. Well, Warriors, what you get is what you see. This is Todd Craig signing out for the WBC.
Everyone knows what happens when you mix Diet Coke and Mentos, but do you know why it happens?
Well, it's because the Mentos thought it was actually real Coke, and when they found out it was Diet, they were so angry they started fizzing out.
I think that the sugar stuff in the Mentos somehow react with the acids and maybe caffeine in the Diet Coke, and then boom, it shoots out.
Well, you see, the reason that Diet Coke reacts with the Mentos the way it does is because the amino acids in the Coke reacts with the fibers in the Mentos.
Diet Coke and Mentos make a geyser effect because of a process called nucleation. Nucleation is not a chemical reaction, but a physical one. On the face of the Mentos, there are craters. This is where the nucleation takes place. It is at this place that the carbon dioxide changes into a gas and wants to break free from the liquid. To do this, the gas and bubbles spew out to make a geyser effect. Putting the cap on the bottle allows there to be pressure, which will create a rocket. I'm Megan Holkas and I'm signing up for the WBC.
It's the weekend, I wake up in the late afternoon. I get out my iPod to listen to some tunes. It says low battery, I say heck no. I won't have time for my Daft Punk techno. I call up Brad, what's up?
How you doing, yo?
My iPod battery is running pretty low. I need something that will make battery juices flow.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Electrolytes, that's the show! Going to the store to get my white onion.
Man, nobody wanna see yo nasty bunion.
Lemon Gatorade to supply the electrolytes.
Gatorade plus onion equals toxic waste
I
site.
pour out 2 cups and let the Gatorade shine.
Let the onion soak and it's a matter of time.
The sodium soaked up is the electrolytes we need in order to fulfill our iPod greed. It's electro what? Lights from Gatorade. It's electro what? Lights from Gatorade. It's electro what? Lights from Gatorade. Man, get your electrolytes from that Gatorade. I dry off the onion, wonder what's inside, and then I realize that it's plasmalized.
I get out the cord and I stick it inside.
What you're about to see will make you mesmerized.
As the electrolytes flow through the USB cord,
Your low battery days will see no more.
as the electrons flow for about half an hour,
That's enough time to watch some Jack Power. It's electro what? Lights from Gatorade. It's electro what? Lights from Gatorade. It's electro what? Lights from Gatorade. Man, get some electrolytes from the Gatorade. Yeah, man. Now you should know how to charge your iPod. You should have a full battery, a smelly kitchen, and some sweet tunes to go along with that. Yeah, y'all all pass tax out there. This is John Warder signing off for the WBC. Peace.
Surface area.
Hey dude, what's wrong, man? Man, I can't understand the service area of stuff in math, and it's driving me nuts.
Dude, it's pretty easy. I mean, here, I'll teach you how to do it. Let me see that Snickers bar real quick. Alright, dude, look at this. If you imagine it like that rectangular prism, here's the length, here's the width. There's 6 sides, alright? And all you gotta do is find all the areas of each side and add them all together. Here, dude.
Thanks, man.
Alright. It's the same process, okay? Except now you have half the width. So all you got, or half the length. So all you gotta do is change that and find the area.
There's gonna be other shapes other than just this Snicker bar shape. Like there's gonna be stuff like this Coke can.
Well, yeah, of course, but on the tax test, they'll give you an equation sheet that tells you all the equations to do their surface areas. Alright. Here, dude. I'll show you. Just let me see this Coke can real quick.
Bielss needs your story like right now, and no phone and no feet on the furniture.
First of all, Bielss can't tell me what to do. So I'm dismissive, and I can do whatever I want. It's a free country.
Well, I'm sure you've seen that before, warriors, but do you know what rights really are and aren't protected under the Constitution?
Y'all got my stand. Watermelon seed. Flying monkeys. I mean, the moon.
Okay, wait. Okay, I know cussing may seem cool in high school, but did you know that it actually defies the Constitution? If we don't have the public consent of those around us while we cuss, then it could be called disturbing the peace. Therefore, since it lacks literary value, it does not fall under your rights under the Constitution.
Merry Christmas, warriors. This is Elizabeth Bird signing off for the WBC.
Alright, I know this may seem okay, but in broadcasting, it's not. Since we live in a country where everyone is different, we must also respect everyone's beliefs. So, Merry Christmas will be too specific, but instead we must say Happy Holidays, which lets everyone be involved. Okay, dude, not cool. Nice try, but no. Okay, I know fire is not going to be banned from all vocabularies around America, but using it to make people believe they're in danger is definitely defying your rights. So no walking into crowded movie theaters and yelling fire or anything like that.
And my story is done. Thanks for the tips, Taylor.
Well then, there you have it. This is Taylor Prayter signing off for the WBC.
Yeah, y'all pass tax out there. This is John Warden signing off for the WBC. Peace.